To start creating our lower door family, just simply go to File, click New Flyout, select Family. The first thing you need to do is pick first your template. So for here, we're going to use metric door, but if you have an imperial or a template which is fit in inches, it's fine as well. The same method will also be applied. Click Open. Now, as you can see here, for our template, you have a width parameter. So it is by default when using a door template. We can use this one later on to create different types. Before we start 3D modeling, you need to understand first the intent in creating your Revit family. So for here, we're going to add a louver on this particular area, and we're going to add additional parameters to control its width and height. Okay, the first thing you need to do is to create first a reference plane here. Okay, but make sure you are on the correct view and select here create, then pick reference plane. Just add two reference plane here vertically on both sides, escape, then add dimensions. Go to annotate, click align dimension, then add dimension in these vertical lines. Click, select equal. Add one more on both sides. 1, 2, click. Press escape. Now this will be the parameter that we'll be using to control the width of our louver. So select, change here, create parameter, and type louver width. Okay. We're gonna use here type. So every time we change the type, the louver width value will also be applied or changed. If you use instance, only that particular or selected instance will be affected. We're going to use type. Okay. This is for the louver width. Now for the louver height, just simply go to elevation view. Going to select exterior. Then add more reference plane. Create reference plane. Then add one, and then add another one on here. Okay, since I already have additional reference plane here, I'm going to use this one. Okay, then we're going to constrain our louver from the base of our door to about 150 mm. So we're going to add dimension. Annotate, dimension, add dimension to this side. 1, 2. Escape. Select the reference plane and change that to 150. Now, to constrain that, select the dimension and click lock. So no matter what happens, it will stay 150 from the reference line here. Okay? And then we're gonna add additional dimension. Annotate, dimension, then add one more on this side. Click. So this will control the height of our louver. Okay. Press escape. Click and change the parameter or add one. I'm gonna add louver height. Then just click OK. Now for our louver height and louver width, we're gonna set a default value for this particular type. Okay, so click here for family types and change the louver height. Let's say for our default one, I'm gonna use here, let's say 600 by 600 louver width. Click OK. Now let's create our door panel. So simply go to Create, select Extrusion, and create here rectangle. So just sketch from endpoint to endpoint of our door opening and constraint 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now create another rectangle for our door opening here up to this side. Click and constrain all lock icons 1, 2, 3, and 4. Press escape. Now currently this is the location of your sketch, so when you extrude that on your value, it will be on this side. So go first to reference level view. Okay, as you can see, your sketch is on the exterior side, but you can define it which reference plane you want to assign. So here I'm going to put it in the middle. Just go select set work plane, pick a plane, OK, and select the middle one. It will ask you for a particular view to see your sketch. I'm going to go back to exterior, open view. As you can see here, my sketch is exactly on the middle of my door opening here. Okay, now for my extrusion width, I'm gonna set this one as 25 and negative 25. So it will go from this side 25 and to this side another 25. So overall I have a 50 thickness. Select finish sketch. As you can see, press escape. Now we're gonna add here a louver for this side. Before we continue, let's save our family first. File, save as family. I'll put it as louver door. Save. Okay. Now, rather than modeling directly here our louver, we're going to create a separate family component in which we will nest our model inside this door family in order for us to easily manipulate and control the number of louvers based on the height and also the width of our louver opening. Okay, now to do that, just click your file, new, family, and select metric generic model here, open. So we're going to create the same parameters that we have applied previously on our door for the louver width. So create reference plane, then just draw two diagonal lines again. Okay, put dimension 1, 2, equal, add one more, press escape, and add additional parameter or assign additional parameter for this dimension. Click here, create parameter. Just type louver width. Okay, and then go to left side elevation. Here we're gonna set first our guide for the thickness of our door panel. So simply create additional reference plane, escape, then just change this one, the distance to 25, and mirror this one to the other side. Select and click here, mirror. Click. This will serve as our guide for the panel thickness, the same that we have done for the door panel here. So go to create, select extrusion, and simply sketch your louver. So I'm just going to make a simple one. Okay, so 1, 2, then trim. Okay, this a bit. Okay, finish edit mode. So once you have done that, go back to reference level, and then you have your control handles. Once you selected the your 3D model, you can use that to drag it to your reference plane and then constrain. Or you can even use align. So I'm just going to use drag and constrain. Okay, once you have finished that, just simply save the family as Louvre. Okay, so I'm just going to replace uh, this one, just Louvre, and then save. Okay, I already have one, so I'm just going to replace this. So once you have finished this component will be inserted in our door family. Load into project and close. Okay, so click here, Louvre door. Okay, so I'm now inserting my Louvre family inside my door family. So I'm just going to use my reference plane as a guide and then place it exactly here. Okay, press escape. Now let's go to exterior view. Okay, now you can see here that our reference for our Louvre is on the bottom of our door. So we're gonna move it exactly on this side. So just simply select and then just simply move. Click and move. Okay. Press escape. Okay. So we're gonna constrain our component into the parameters that we have done for the opening. So using align command here, click and select, then constrain. Okay, now another way, if you're not sure whether it's really constrained, to check that is by moving your component. If you try to move that, it means it's not constrained. Okay, because remember on this side you also have your opening edge here, so maybe that's the one that has been constrained to this reference plane. Now once you have done that, to check, you can do the alignment as well. Click, select, and then just pick on the edge of your Louvre. Click, escape. So meaning whatever the changes you apply on your reference plane or the value, your Louvre will always follow. Okay, and next is your parameter here for your Louvre width to follow your Louvre opening here. So just simply select, okay, edit type. Remember you have your Louvre width parameter from this component, so we're going to associate it with a new parameter or with the existing parameter that we already established in our Louvre door. So just simply click here, associate family parameter, click and select Louvre width. Okay, so whatever the value of our Louvre width in our door family, the Louvre component will also follow. Okay, okay, as you can see here. Now to define the number of louvers based on the louver height, we're going to use here array tool. So just simply select the louver, click here array, and pick any point in the component and select on this area. Okay, make it directly constrained vertically. Okay, just click anywhere here and just specify just a default value as of the moment. So I'm just gonna use 6. Okay, then after that you're gonna constrain the last one, the last component to our reference plane. Simply use here align command. Click, select the reference plane, and pick here. Constrain. Okay. Now, as you can see here, the number of louvers that we have is only constrained based on the numbers that we have specified. Now, if your intention is to change the height of your louver opening here, so you want also the number of your louver component should follow that same value with a specified spacing. Okay, press escape. So we're gonna add additional parameter to control the number of louver in relation to the louver height. Okay, just simply select one of the louvers and click here the parameter. Okay, and in your options bar, select add parameter. Just type here number of louver. Okay, now in relation to the parameters that we have, just simply click here and scroll down, look for your number of louver properties here. Okay, so we're gonna use a formula based on the louver height value in relation to the number of louvers that we have. So just simply copy the value here, louver height. Remember, this is case sensitive. You can Control C and paste, or you can just type. So I'm just gonna Control C, copy this one, paste it here by adding a formula, then divided by based on the spacing for each louver. So I'm gonna use here, let's say 50. Okay, so based on the louver height, it will be divided equally with 50 millimeter distance. Click apply, as you can see here. Okay, you can change the value here in order for your number of louvers to follow. Okay, now before we finish, just go here to check. So this is important actually. You have to check from time to time based on the parameters that you have specified. So currently it's 600. Now what if I change that to 800? Apply. As you can see here, the number of louver also changes based on the height that we have specified. This is because of the formula that you have placed here. Okay, change it to 500. Apply. Okay, 600. Apply. Okay, now to create our new type of floor based on the louvers that we have here, create here new type. So I'm just gonna create probably just 3 types here. So I'm gonna put say 100 by 900 mm door. Okay, so my height will be 100, width is 900. Apply, as you can see here. Now for this particular type, if you want your louver width to follow as well, you can change this one to 500 by 500. Apply. Wanna create a new one, let's say 200 by 800 mm. Okay, change this the width to 800, and probably I just use 400 by 400, or yeah. Apply. And then lastly, create my third type to 100 by 600 mm. 600, then I'll just use here 350 by 350. then apply. Okay. Now, let's try to look at this in our project. Okay. So I already have my existing project. If you don't have one, you can open or create one. So I'm gonna load this into my project that I already opened here. To view, and then I'll just go to 3D view. Okay, I'm gonna place my door 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now to view my 3 louver doors, just simply select, and you already have here your 3 types. So currently I have my 2100 by 900. I'm gonna change that to 2100 by 800, and this one to by 600. There. So you have now your parametric door. Now, just in case you want to create a new type, you can easily create it from your project since all your parameters have been established. So I'm gonna use this same type of door to duplicate, edit, and then duplicate. This time I'm gonna create a full louver type of door. So this one, I'm just gonna duplicate to 100 by 900, but this time full louver. Okay, and currently for my height is to 100. I'm gonna change my louver height to, let's say, around 1850, and then for my width probably I'm gonna use 800. Okay, there. So I have now 4 different types of louver. You can apply the same method for different types of door. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel for more Revit tutorials.